Follow me on 9 gentle exercises where the first letter of each one spell out the word Christmas that will help improve your strength and mobility. Hi everyone and welcome to Exercise for Health, and this video will be another festive themed routine that you can do at home without any equipment to improve your strength and mobility. Each of the 9 exercises will be done slowly for 12 reps, so it's not cardiovascular in nature, and it will utilize your body weight for the resistance. If you have some hand weights that you want to use for some of the exercises to make them a bit more challenging, then feel free to add them in. You will only need a floor and wall space, a support such as the side of an armchair for a few of the exercises, and a step, which can be the bottom step of your stairs or something low and sturdy that you can stand on. You can do this at any time of the day, and it doesn't really need any formal warm-up or cool-down, as it's more of a way of getting you moving for about 10 minutes. So get yourself ready and let's go. Right, let's start this Christmas routine beginning with C, which stands for calf raises. So for this one, I want you to stand with your feet about shoulder width wide, and essentially from there we're going to lift the heels up off the floor to go up as high as you can and then slowly lower back down. It will compromise your balance a little bit, especially when you're at the top, so if you feel that you need to, stay close to support like a wall, just in case you feel like you're going to lose your balance. So set yourself up ready, up nice and tall, off we go. So lifting the heels up, right up onto the balls of the feet, and then slowly lower back down. That's 1. So we're going to be doing 12 reps of each of these 9 exercises. And make sure that these exercises are done really slowly so you can really target the muscle that the exercise is trying to do. So in this case, you should be feeling this in the calf muscle. That's 4, I think. It's 5. Slow and steady. 6. 7. Good. As you're raising up, be careful not to roll the ankles outwards. So you shouldn't feel that your weight is distributed onto the outside edge of your foot. So try and keep the feet level as you're going up and down. That's 10. Let's do last 2. Squeeze, hold, slowly back down. 1 more. Good. Right, that's the first one done. Let's go on to H, which is hip hinges. So for this one, same sort of foot position, so feet about shoulder width wide. And then essentially from there is we're going to keep a slight bend in the knees, but all the movement's going to come from the hip joint. So as we flex the hip, you're going to stick your bottom backwards, keep the head and the chest up, and you'll get to a point where you'll feel a mild stretch on the back of the legs, on these hamstring muscles. When you get to that point, you're then going to return back to the top, bringing the hips forwards again. So keeping the knees slightly bent as you go through the movement. And to help you to make sure you get the bottom to go backwards, it's useful to use the wall. So stand a short distance away from the wall, and then as you hip hinge, you can stick your bottom backwards, try and get the bottom just to tap the wall, and then bring yourself up to the start position. So get yourself ready, feet shoulder width wide, and off we go. So flexing at the hip, pushing the bottom back, feel the stretch on the back of the legs, and then return back up to the start. So that's 1. So make sure you're going down, keeping this neutral spine. So I want to try and make sure that the back stays flat as you go through the movement. So we're not flexing the spine over, the spine staying still. We're only hinging at the hip. So it's feeling that stretch and then return back to the start. That's 3. To help you maintain a neutral spine, you can keep your head and your chest up as I'm doing. And that'll just help you then ensure that you're just getting the movement from the hip and not from the lower back. Good. That's 5. Slowly down. Again, really try and target these muscles on the back of the legs, a little bit into the glutes. That's 6. Slowly down. Feel the stretch. Return slow back to the top. 7. Keep it going. Last 5. Good. 8. You should be feeling that working now on the back of the legs. That's 9. As you go through this set, you might find you can start to go a little bit lower as the hamstrings stretch a bit more. Good. That's 10. Last 2. Keep the head and the chest up. Stick the bottom right back. Good. 1 more. Brilliant. Okay, back up to standing. Let's go on to the next one. For R, this is going to be Renegade Rose. So this is where you're going to need your support. I'm using the armchair. If that's a little bit too low and you want something a bit higher, then you can use the wall itself to be able to do this exercise again, so you're a little bit more upright, which will make it slightly easier. But essentially, you want your hands on your support, so your hands are about a bit wider than the shoulder's width. You want your feet to also be a shoulder width wide as well, because then that will then stop you from rotating the body too much. But the movement from there then is keeping one arm on the actual support. The other one, I'm going to lift off and I'm going to bring the hand up towards the side of my ribs, lifting the elbow back and trying to squeeze the shoulder blade against the other one before I return back to the start, and then I switch to then do the other side. So the key is to try and make sure that you maintain your body completely level so that you're not rotating the body as you lift the elbow up. So set yourself up, feet shoulder width wide, hands a bit wider than the shoulder's width. Get yourself ready, keep the body level, off we go. So keep the body still, lift the elbow up and back, squeeze the shoulder blade, return back to the start. That's one, opposite side. So we're alternating with this one. That's two. Good, keep good control of the rest of the body as you lift and lower the arm. That's three. Four, good. And again, lift the elbow up, squeeze the shoulder blade back, and then return to the start. 5, 6, so there's a lot of the core muscles being worked with this one, just to keep your body dead still. 7, as well as the muscles using to lift the arm and pull the shoulder blade back. 8, good. 9, last 3. 10, don't start to twist the body, so keep the body level. 11, one more. And 12, good. Right, just come out of that for a minute, just to shake the arms off. So we're going to go back to a similar position, but work the opposite muscle groups this time. We're going to work the chest. So for I, this is going to be an incline push up. So we're going to be in the same position, hands a bit wider than the shoulder's width. This time, if you want to, you can bring your feet completely together if you prefer. But the movement there is I'm going to screw my arms in. So effectively, I'm going to try and bring my elbows in. That will just stabilize the shoulder joint, keep the body level, and then from there, bending the elbows, chest goes in towards the support, and then you push yourself back out to arm's length. So that's that incline push up. If you prefer, you can do this against the wall in exactly the same fashion. As you bend the elbows, just keep the elbows low, so we shouldn't have the elbows up too high. So set yourself up for the incline push up. Feet either together or shoulder width wide if you prefer. Okay, 12 reps, body level, elbows in, off we go. Slowly down, chest to your support, push yourself back up. That's 1. Make sure you breathe in with it with this one. 2. So this is working the muscles on the chest, shoulders, and the triceps on the back of the arms. 3. 4. As it gets harder, you might start to find that your shoulders want to try and pop up towards your ears. So make sure you keep the shoulders pushed down away from the ears all the time. That's 6. 7. Should be feeling that now. Chest, shoulders, and back of the arms. 8. 9. 3 more. 10. Last 2. Keep going all the way to the 12th one if you can. Last 1. Good. Okay, come out of that one. Give the arms a bit of a shake. So we're on S now, and S stands for Sumo Squats. So for this one, rather than a standard squat, we're going to have our feet a little bit wider, so about shoulder width and a half wide. Turn the toes outward slightly. Hand position can go wherever you want, but essentially we're going to bend the knees, making sure that the knees are tracking the alignment of the toes as you go down into this sumo squat position, and then stand back up. So set yourself up ready, hand wherever you want. Ready, off we go. So squatting down as low as you can, push yourself back up to standing. That's 1. So the idea of doing this sumo squat with the knees tracking outward slightly is you'll feel the muscles on the inside of the thighs have to work that a little bit more. That's 3. 4, good. Again, we're going slowly, purposefully so you can really target those muscles. 5, 6, good. Allow the bottom to go back as you're going down. 7, 8, brilliant. Last 4. So you should be feeling this more in the front of the thighs, this one. 9, 3 more. Make sure those the knees are going outwards and they're not collapsing inwards. Good. 1 more. Slowly down and back up. Excellent. Right, give the legs a bit of a shake. So we're on to T now. So T is for torso bends. So this is a combination of this side flexion of your spine at the same time as we're going to try and bring the knee up to try and meet your elbow. Now don't worry if you don't meet it, I can't. It will depend on your mobility. But essentially we're going to try and lift the knee out to the side as you drop the elbow towards it. Okay, and we're going to do 12 in total. So we'll alternate. So set yourself up ready, fingertips just on the side of the temples, and off we go. So knee up to elbow and then drop. Again, try and do this slow and steady. So we're really trying to target those oblique muscles around the side of the waist and also the muscles on the front of the hips to lift that knee up. That's 4, 5, 6, lean in, 7, working on your balance as well, 8, 9, 3 more, 10, 11, last one, 12, good. Okay, we're now on M. M is for mountain climbers. This is where we need your support again. Again, you can also do this one on the wall if you want to. So same sort of start position as we did with the earlier two. Hands a bit wider than the shoulders width, elbows in, feet can be either together or shoulder width wide. And essentially, I want you to think about trying to lift the knee up and come up through the middle of your arms. And then once you've done that, put it back and then we'll do the same on the other one. So there's a little bit of a twist in it, but we're trying to keep the upper body dead level. So set yourself up ready and off we go. So raise that knee up high as you can, take it back, that's 1. Bring it up through the middle, 2, 3. So keep those elbows in, 4, shoulders down away from the ears, 5, 6, 7, you might feel this in your abdominals a little bit, 8, 9, 3 more, 10, last 2. Really try and squeeze it up as high as you can. Last one, lift and back. Good, right, we're almost done. We're on A. A is alternating lunges. So for this one, you can either do this as a forward step and lunge or a backward step and lunge. So you have your feet shoulder width wide, hand position go wherever you want. And then you're going to take a step forwards. After you've done that, think about bending the back knee down towards the floor. As you push yourself up, bring that foot back, and then we do the opposite side. If you prefer to do it backwards, then essentially it's just going to be a step back, bend the back knee down, come back up and bring that back foot forwards. If you've got poor knees, if you've got arthritis or anything like that, you might find the backward step in one is a little bit easier on the knees, but I'll let you choose. So, hand position wherever you want, feet shoulder width wide, and off we go. So big step forwards, bend the back knee, back up, back to the start, opposite side. Step, lunge. That's 2. So make sure the knees don't come inwards. Make sure they're tracking the alignment of the toes as they're bending. Good. That's 4. So this is a really good exercise for a lot of the muscle groups in the lower body. 5. That's 6. Again, slow and steady so you can really isolate those muscles. 7. 8. Good. 4 more. 9. 10, last 2, so just 1 more on each side. Keep that body upright as you're bending the knee. Last one. Good posture. Good. Excellent. Right, we've just got one left to do. So the last S, second S in Christmas, is going to be a single leg step up. So this is where I'm using the step. And then essentially what we're going to do is we'll alternate when the feet are at the bottom. So I'm going to start off with one foot up on the step. I want to try and make sure that most of the weight comes through this one. So I'm not pushing the foot off the floor to get myself up. I'm leaning forwards, putting all the weight onto this one and using that one to come up. Then I slowly lower back down. As soon as I've got the foot on the floor, that one comes off, the other foot goes up, and then we start again. So it'll end up alternating till we've done 6 each. So one foot up on the step, ready, off you go. So lean the body forwards, push that on that foot up, straight back down slowly, control it. As soon as your foot's on the floor, switch over, other foot up, lean forwards, drive through that front foot, lower slowly. Good, as soon as you feel that back foot tap the floor, you can come back down and switch over. So that's 2. So we're just using that single leg to go up and down. That's 3. Make sure we're leaning the body forwards over that foot first before we start to push up. That's 4. Slowly down. That's 5. Good. 6, halfway through. So make sure you're not pushing off the foot off the floor. All the drive should be on the foot that's on the step. Good, that's 7. I've probably lost count. That's 8. Doesn't matter if we do one extra though. It's 9. Good. Make sure you got the weight on that front foot before you drive up. That's 10. Last 2. So lean in, push, slowly down. Good. One more. And back down. Good work. Well done. I hope you enjoyed this mini strength and mobility workout and feel better for it. If so, please give it a like by clicking the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing if you haven't already. But thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful Christmas and remember to stay active and keep moving to feel better. Eee.